天是 last day of our trip.
We're going to NASA.
No, we're not. We were going to NASA in Houston, but we decided to go to a national park instead on the way home because Houston had these city pass that if you go to NASA, Natural Museum, and aquarium, zoo, then you can save like 50%. Yeah, so we don't have enough time to do that, so we'll decide to do that next time. But we're going to Big Thicket National Preserve. Yay! It's a 1 hour and 45-minute drive from Houston. Yep.
It's much closer to home.
Yep, it's about 4 hours from New Orleans. And in front of us, in 5 miles, is the easiest way to go to China. There's a city in Texas called China. So if you wanna,
With population like 2,000.
I don't know. If you wanna visit China, you just drive to Texas. A fake China. They probably have some Chinese restaurants, like all the city in the US. Yep.
Yes. We went to San Jose.
Went to San Jose.
We also went to what's it called? Bay Area.
Bay Area. There's a place called Bay Area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bay Area Boulevard.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
So we have 30 minutes left until Big Thicket National Preserve, and we'll be heading home. And then after that, we will be unpacking and then sorting all the souvenirs and stuff.
And videos
Yeah.
and photos.
Yep. Yep. Okay. I'll continue more when we're at the park, our last national park of the trip. Alright, we have arrived at Big Thicket National Preserve. Yay! This is the biggest national park sign ever. It's so big. Yep, let's go in. Yay! Alright, we arrived at Visitor Center. Let's go in, Sina.开门。哦，很 gift shop 蛮大。耶。
The whole preserve is about 112,000 acres worth of land, and it's all in green here, but it is hunting season, so there's some places you probably don't want to go unless you really want to mingle with the hunters. But you're pretty close to some good hiking trails. So we're right here. You're really close to the Kirby Nature Trail. It's about 2 miles down the road, down that 420 road you turned off on. And at the very beginning, there's a few loops. I think the most is about 2.5 miles worth of walking. But it connects with the Turkey Creek Trail that goes up for about 15 miles. So you can walk as little or as much as you want. So that's an option. And this is a pretty varied trail. You'll start out in a pretty low-lying area. You'll see a lot of tupelo and cypress trees, kind of swampy looking. And then you'll start to slowly go up in elevation. Not much, but you'll be more of a sandy, longleaf pine forest up top. So that's one, and we can give you maps for those. If you want to go to the Sundew Trail, that's also nice. At most, it's about a mile loop if you do the long version. And it's about 10 miles drive from here. And that's where you can see some really cool carnivorous plants that are found in the preserve, like pitcher plants and sundew plants. The only type of carnivorous plant we don't have here are Venus flytraps. Yeah, so that's a good option. And there's also the pitcher plant trail where you can see a pretty large pitcher plant bog. And you can drive to that too. You would just go up the road, take a right onto 1943, and then take a right onto Pin Oak Road, which is a dirt road, and then you can park at the pitcher plant trail. That's about a 20-25 minute drive from here.
Alright, pump the flood. Pump, pump, pump. Faster. Oh, keep pumping. Flood the whole place. Faster. Faster, faster. Pump faster. Higher, higher. More, more. You're pumping very slow.
It's really heavy. 太可怕了，我的
You get the idea. It's a flood.
blood.
Oh, desiccated. Flood pumps. Wow. OK， 我们已经看完一个 video 在 Visitor Center 了。
很酷的一个 video.
很好看哦。
Really recommend it.
Yeah, 15 minutes, and I didn't know this park is the first national preserve in the whole U.S. national park system.
Yep.
Jean Lafitte is actually a national preserve too, no? Barataria.
Oh, yeah. And it's also a biosphere.
This is also international biosphere as well. It's very diverse.
Yeah.
Due to ice age, back in time pushed everything species south here, right?
So it's very diverse.
And the fun thing is they burn the forest, the ranger on purpose. They burn it to keep it diverse, burn out the some plants that other plants live. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, so that's why it was really cloudy.
It's really smoky and smelly this morning when we drive here. So we're gonna take two trail, Herbie Trail, and what's the other one? Something else. A 1 mile sunken trail. We're gonna take the Sundew Trail and Kirby Trail. Yep. And gonna see some plant, bug eating plant as well. All right. See you at the trailhead. All right, we have arrived at Sundew Trail. Heading in. This is the 1 mile trail. Get to see some bug eating plant here. Hey, 我们在Sundew Trail 了，很宁静的一个 trail。有一些蚊子啊。
很多。
他说这个算少的。
对啊，等一下我们怎么办？我等一下想要穿外套。
好，我们穿外套，长袖，很漂亮哈、很舒服，我们被森林包围着。Trees everywhere。那一个小桥。Nice， 而且不会太热。舒服。现在10月中旬。
夏天来应该会没热。
对啊。
也难怪这边会有很多吃小虫虫的植物在这边，肉食性植物。
对啊，我们应该养几尊在我们家吃那些小虫。哦，哇 ，snake， 蜥蜴吧？吓死我了 ！Live coverage。Oh, he runs so fast. OK， 走完Sundew Trail 了，1 mile 很快啊。
还有大路
，25分钟就走完了。我们走大 loop， 可是你要看那个捕虫的植物的话，走小 loop 就可以看到。对，就那一区很密集，很好看。那我们现在准备开去 Kirby Trail， 2.5 mile 的。耶，旁边有 picnic area， 这边吃。我们晚中餐要吃什么也不知道。 Okay, head over. Okay, we're entering Kirby Nature Trail. Let's go. 到了。嗨，我们到 Kirby Trail 了，对不对？其实有3个 loop trail 合在一起的。最远是2.5 mile inner loop、outer loop 跟什么 Cypress loop 之类的。
但是全部串在一起，总共有5 mile。所以 Ranger 很喜欢走。
对，我们决定走 inner loop 加 Cypress loop， 然后看一点桥。因为我们时间等一下要开4个半小时回去，所以就走小一点点。很舒服，这一路上都有树荫啊。
对，我的布晒在太阳下。
Pretty nice， 那一路上也有凉椅可以坐。Yup， 好，他说这里没什么大动物可以看，大部分都是看一些昆虫、植物。对，你要停下来好好的欣赏，才听得到它们。Yup， 好，那我们就开始 explore 了。Swamp。水分爽。穿越树洞。好多蚊子啊！诶 ，join up。不成。会怕吗，欣娜？这种桥你就不会怕？哇 ，look at that， 溪流。
因为没有很高。
很多蚊子。Yay! We finish Big Thicket National Preserve， 走完了2个 trail， 对不对
Yep.
What do you think about this park？
还记得在防蚊剂。
防蚊剂很多蚊子，对啊。不过它的 trail 都有树荫，很好走，然后路也很平。
对。
它的这个公园蛮多 unit 的，可以很多 trail 可以走。
也可以划船。
对，下次有机会可以去租船来划。对啊，觉得还不错，是美国第一个 National Preserve 保护区，自然保护区。
还不错 ，like it。
Yeah, like it too。
可是有点闷。
真的有点闷。
到10月了还这么闷。对啊。
好，那我们现在就要准备回家喽。这次旅行10天9夜结束了，对不对
Yep。
All finished. JS Adventure 成功吗？
成功。
成功。去了几间 National Park？ 好像11间呢。
对
，11间，3个 Presidential Library 加11间的样子。哇，我们好厉害啊 OK。
还有2个 World Heritage Site。
对啊，有其中2个国家公园是 World Heritage Site。Yep. Yep. So this concludes our trip, Texas and New Mexico trip. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned to JS Adventure. Bye bye. Thank you for watching our video. JS Adventure is a snippet of our daily lives and travel.
谢谢收看我们的频道 ，JS Adventure 记录了我们的日常生活跟旅游记事。
Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't by clicking the red subscribe button at the bottom.
请按下方红色的订阅按钮来订阅我们的频道哦。
See you guys next time.
下集见，
拜拜。